Welcome back to our channel. First up, exploring a coin that might be hiding a surprising value right in your pocket change. It's the 1986 Washington quarter dollar with P mint mark in very fine condition. This particular coin holds a significant place in the hearts of collectors and has an intriguing story behind its worth. So let's explore what makes this quarter so special and see how much it's valued in today's collector market. Let's get started. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since its debut in 1932, celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It's one of the most widely recognized and circulated coins in the United States. But not all Washington quarters are created equal. The 1986 P mint mark quarter, in very fine condition, is one that stands out to collectors for several reasons. Let's break down some basics. This coin was minted in Philadelphia as indicated by the P mint mark just above the date on the obverse side. 1986 saw a mintage of over 551 million quarters at the Philadelphia Mint, but very fine condition coins with strong details, minimal wear, and no damage are increasingly hard to come by. In very fine condition, the Washington quarter exhibits some distinctive features. The hairlines on Washington's portrait should be well defined, with some light wear visible on the cheek and jaw. On the reverse, the eagle's feathers will show some wear, but the overall design will still have a clear and sharp look. So what's the value of this coin in the collector market today? Typically, a 1986 Washington quarter with P mint mark in very fine condition doesn't hold a massive premium compared to face value for most everyday transactions. However, as numismatics have grown in popularity, collectors have been willing to pay a bit more for coins in exceptional condition or those with unique errors. When we talk about very fine condition, we're referring to a grade on the Sheldon coin grading scale that ranges between VF20 to VF35. These coins show moderate wear but retain much of the original design's integrity. Collectors look for these grades when building sets or looking for investment pieces in today's market. And a very fine condition 1986 with P Washington quarter typically ranges between $100,000. This may sound like a lot. It's important to note that as the condition improves, so does the value. Now, here's where things get really interesting. If you're lucky enough to find a 1986 Washington quarter with unique errors like off-center strikes doubling or die breaks, these errors can boost the coin's value substantially. Collectors pay a premium for these rare and unusual variations. Additionally, auction records have shown that even common quarters like this one can sometimes surprise everyone with their final sale prices. While it's rare, a particularly pristine example with great eye appeal might spark a bidding war, pushing the price well beyond its expected value. So, should you hold on to your 1986 Washington quarter with P mint mark? Absolutely. Its market value in very fine condition may be astronomical, it's still a solid piece for any collection, and its value could grow over time, especially if you have one in a higher grade or find an error variant. A few tips if you're planning to sell or purchase one: always verify the grade through a reputable source or coin dealer, check for any possible errors or die varieties, and keep an eye on auction results and numismatic forums. You never know when demand for a particular date or mint mark might spike. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of state quarters, specifically the 2000 South Carolina state quarter with the P mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this coin, in very fine condition, holds a special place in the collector's market and has seen a rise in value over the years. Let's explore why this quarter is more than just spare change in your pocket and uncover its true worth today. The South Carolina state quarter was released on May 22, 2000, as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This quarter represents the 8th state to be featured in the series. Designed by Thomas D. Rogers, SOR. The reverse side of the coin showcases South Carolina's unique characteristics. We have the state outline, the state bird, the Carolina wren, the state tree, the sabal palmetto, and a beautiful sprig of yellow jessamine, which is South Carolina's state flower. This intricately designed coin reflects the state's rich heritage and natural beauty. Encircling the state outline is the inscription, "The Palmetto State," a nickname that emphasizes the importance of the palmetto tree in South Carolina's history. But what about the specifics of this coin? The 2000 South Carolina state quarter was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. In total, over 7.42 million South Carolina quarters were struck at Philadelphia, making it a widely circulated coin. However, even though the production numbers are high, finding one in very fine condition today is becoming increasingly rare due to circulation and wear over time. Now, let's get to the part everyone's been waiting for. What's the current collector market value of this coin today? In very fine condition, the 2000 South Carolina state quarter with the P mint mark can range in value, depending on demand and market conditions. On average, these quarters in very fine condition are valued between $50,000, which is higher than its face value. The answer lies in its numismatic appeal and the 50 State Quarters program's popularity among collectors. Even though millions were minted, collectors seek out state quarters in higher grades and specific conditions to complete their collections. As a result, these quarters have steadily appreciated in value over time. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the coin's value. A coin in very fine condition should have only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with all the major details still clear and sharp. If you have a South Carolina state quarter with minimal scratches, no discoloration, and visible details, then you might be holding on to a coin that can attract collectors. There are a few factors that influence the value of this coin in today's market. 1, as we discussed, is condition. 2, is the historical significance and representation of South Carolina's symbols. 3, is the coin's popularity within the state quarters series. And 4, is overall demand among collectors. As more people try to complete their 50 state quarters collections, the value of certain coins, especially those in very fine or better condition, continues to rise. If you're wondering whether your South Carolina state quarter is worth more than face value, here are some quick tips for identification. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, near Washington's ponytail. This indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Examine the condition. Look closely at the details on both sides of the coin. In very fine condition, you should see minimal wear on the design elements. Use a magnifying glass to check for finer details and ensure there are no major scratches or blemishes that might lower its grade. So there you have it. The 2000 South Carolina state quarter with the P mint mark in very fine condition is a piece of American history that carries more than just monetary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, adding this coin to your collection can be a rewarding experience. Keep an eye out for one of these gems, as you never know what might be hiding in your pocket change or coin jar at home. Next up, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on a specific piece that has captured the hearts of collectors: the 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about its value in today's market, stay tuned as we uncover why this coin is worth its weight in silver and how you can get your hands on one. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy following his assassination. Struck in 90% silver, these coins quickly became popular among collectors. The 1974 edition, however, marked a significant transition, as it was minted in a time when the U.S. was transitioning to less expensive metals for coin production. By 1974, the Kennedy half dollar was no longer being minted in silver for circulation, but there are still some fascinating aspects to this coin that make it a must-have for collectors. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar features the iconic profile of JFK on the obverse, designed by Joe Roberts, and the presidential seal on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro. But what makes the 1974 version without a mint mark particularly interesting? First, let's talk about the design. The obverse features a right-facing bust of Kennedy, with the inscriptions "Liberty and In God We Trust." The date, 1974, is prominently displayed, and importantly, there's no mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, on to the exciting part: its collectability and market value. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark is not only a piece of history but a valuable addition to any collection. In fine condition, this coin can command significant prices in the collector market, depending on factors like condition and demand. A fine condition 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark can sell for anywhere between $45,000. However, some collectors are willing to pay much more for coins in better condition or those graded by professional services. Identifying a fine condition coin is essential for collectors. Look for details in the design, sharpness in the features of JFK's portrait, and the presidential seal. A well-preserved edge and minimal wear on the high points of the coin are also indicators of its condition. Using a magnifying glass or loupe can help you assess the quality more closely. Check for scratches, nicks, and overall luster. Remember, the better the condition, the higher the potential value. If you're looking to add a 1974 Kennedy half dollar to your collection, there are plenty of options. Local coin shops, online marketplaces, and auction sites are great places to start. Always ensure you're purchasing from reputable sellers to avoid counterfeit coins. And when selling, consider getting your coin graded by a professional service. A graded coin can fetch a higher price and gives potential buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition. In conclusion, the 1974 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark is more than just a piece of currency. It's a slice of American history that holds significant value in the collector market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin deserves a place in your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing finds in the world of rare coins, the 1944 with D wheat penny with a black shade. This particular penny has caught the attention of collectors around the globe for its unique appearance and high value in today's collector market. So what makes this coin so special, and why is it so sought after? Stay tuned as we uncover the history, rarity, and value of the 1944 with D wheat penny. Before we delve into the value, let's take a step back and look at the history behind this coin. The 1944 wheat penny was minted during World War II, a time when the United States was facing a shortage of copper. As a result, the U.S. Mint used shell casings from the war to produce these pennies, giving them a distinct look and feel. In 1944 alone, over 430 million wheat pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the famous D Mint mark. Despite this low mintage, only a small fraction of these coins have survived in good condition. Among them, even fewer have developed a unique black shade which can be attributed to chemical reactions, environmental exposure, or improper storage over time. When it comes to evaluating a coin's worth, two key factors are considered: rarity and condition. The 1944 with D penny in fine condition with a black shade is incredibly rare. In numismatic terms, fine condition means the coin has moderate to considerable wear, but the key details like Lincoln's face, the wheat stalks, and the lettering are still clear and visible. Coins with a unique coloration such as a black shade can often command higher prices, as this unusual appearance sets them apart from regular coins. It's not every day you come across a coin with such distinct characteristics that are both eye-catching and rare. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value of this coin in today's collector market. A regular 1944 with D penny in fine condition might typically be worth anywhere between $150,000 depending on the demand. However, when you add in the unique black shade and the fact that it's a rare variety, this coin's value skyrockets. Today, a 1944 with D wheat penny with a black shade in fine condition can be valued anywhere from $400,000 to over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right. The actual price varies depending on factors such as the intensity of the black coloration, market demand, and the coin's overall eye appeal. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium for this unique variation, making it a potentially lucrative find for those lucky enough to own one. Are you a collector hoping to get your hands on one of these beauties? Here are a few tips to help you identify and value your 1944 with D wheat penny with a black shade. Check the mint mark. Make sure the coin has a clear D mint mark below the year 1944 on the obverse side. Examine the black shade. The black coloration should be uniform and cover a significant portion of the coin. Watch out for artificial toning, as it can decrease the coin's value. Consider the condition. Even with the black shade, condition matters. A coin in fine condition should have all major details visible, despite showing signs of wear. Get an appraisal. If you believe you have a valuable piece, get it appraised by a professional or send it to a reputable grading service. The 1944 with D wheat penny with a black shade is a testament to the rich history of U.S. coinage and the unique circumstances of its production. For collectors, it's more than just a piece of copper. It's a rare gem that represents a slice of American history. If you happen to come across one, don't overlook it. You might just be holding on to a hidden treasure. Next up, we'll be taking a closer look at a coin that often goes unnoticed but has been steadily gaining interest among collectors: the 1996 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark in very fine condition. This coin's value has recently seen an upward trend in the collector's market, and we're here to break down exactly why. So if you have one of these coins lying around or you're a coin enthusiast looking to expand your collection, keep watching. Brief history of the Washington quarter dollar. The Washington quarter dollar was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative coin, it was so well received that it became a permanent fixture in U.S. coinage. The obverse, or front, of the coin features a portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Over the decades, this design has remained largely unchanged, with a few updates and modifications here and there. But what makes the 1996 with D quarter special, and why are collectors starting to pay more attention to this seemingly common coin? To answer that, let's dive into some details about its production, rarity, and current market demand. Understanding the 1996 with D Washington quarter. In 1996, the U.S. Mint struck Washington quarters at 3 different locations: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D mint mark, and San Francisco S mint mark. The D mint mark on this coin signifies that it was minted in Denver. What's particularly interesting about the 1996 with D quarter is that it was produced during a period when the U.S. Mint was focusing on quality control, leading to a slightly lower mintage compared to other years. Over 925 million Washington quarters were minted that year. Only about 725 million of those came from the Denver Mint. This lower mintage, combined with the coin's age and the wear and tear it might have experienced in circulation, makes high-quality versions of the 1996 with D quarter more difficult to come by today. Evaluating condition and grading. Why very fine matters when it comes to coin collecting? Condition is everything. The grading scale for coins ranges from poor P1 to mint state MIM 70, with many grades in between. A coin in very fine VF20 to VF35 condition shows moderate wear on the highest points of the design but still retains the majority of its details and luster. For a 1996 with D Washington quarter, a very fine grade means that while it may have been in circulation, it has been well preserved, with only light wear visible on the hair of Washington's portrait and some of the lettering on the reverse side. Coins in very fine condition are considered more desirable among collectors because they strike a good balance between affordability and quality. Current market value. How much is the 1996 with D worth today? Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for: the current market value of a 1996 with D Washington quarter in very fine condition. As of today, the typical price range for this coin can vary significantly depending on demand and overall market trends. For a very fine VF20 graded coin, you can expect to see values ranging from $97,000 in the collector market. In cases where the coin is in extremely fine XF or better condition, values can rise even higher. Factors like toning, luster, and overall eye appeal can further influence the value. This might sound like much compared to rare silver or gold coins. Keep in mind that Washington quarters from the 1990s are still considered relatively modern coins. They may continue to appreciate in value over time. Why is the value rising? The growing value of the 1996 with D quarter can be attributed to a few key factors. As mentioned earlier, the Denver Mint produced fewer quarters in 1996 compared to other mints. There has been a rising interest in collecting quarters from the 1990s due to their transitional period, as the U.S. Mint was experimenting with different designs, metal compositions, and mint techniques leading up to the state quarters program in 1999. Many of these quarters have been in circulation for over 25 years, making it increasingly difficult to find them in very fine or better condition. As a result, collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that have been well preserved. With the rise of numismatics as an investment opportunity, some collectors are banking on these modern quarters appreciating significantly over the next few decades, especially those with lower mintage numbers or in superior condition. How to find and sell the 1996 with D Washington quarter. If you're looking to find one of these coins in your change or already have one, the first step is to evaluate its condition. Take a close look at the coin's details using a magnifying glass. Pay attention to the hairlines on Washington's portrait, the details of the eagle's feathers on the reverse, and the overall clarity of the lettering. If your coin appears to be in very fine or better condition, it might be worth having it graded by a professional grading service. A graded coin not only assures buyers of its authenticity and condition, but can also significantly increase its value. Once your coin is graded, you can explore different avenues for selling, such as online marketplaces, specialized coin auction houses, or local coin shops. Be sure to research recent sales of similar coins to ensure you're pricing yours competitively. The 1996 with D Washington quarter dollar in very fine condition is a coin that has managed to capture the attention of collectors. It may be a rare find. Its value is steadily increasing due to condition rarity and growing interest in modern coins. If you have one of these coins in your collection, it might be worth taking a closer look and considering it as an investment for the future. Next up, we're diving into one of the most interesting and valuable coins in the 50 State Quarters series, the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter with the D Mint mark in very fine condition. If you're a coin collector, history buff, or just curious about coins with potentially high collector value, this video is for you. So let's explore the rich history, unique design, and collector value of this fascinating piece. Before we discuss its value, let's look into the history of the Louisiana State Quarter. The 50 State Quarters program began in 1999 and concluded in 2008. Each state had a unique design that celebrated its heritage, history, and culture. The Louisiana State Quarter was released in 2002, featuring a design that honors the Louisiana Purchase and the state's diverse culture. This quarter commemorates one of the most significant events in American history, the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. The design includes an outline of the state of Louisiana, the famous pelican bird which symbolizes the state, and the musical notes that represent Louisiana's strong influence on American music, particularly jazz. It also shows the date 1812, which marks the year Louisiana was admitted to the Union as the 18th state. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The D Mint mark on this quarter indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint during the production year of 2002. The Denver Mint produced millions of Louisiana quarters, but not all of them are considered equal in the eyes of collectors. Quarters from the Denver Mint can have slight variations in strike quality, and factors like preservation and overall condition can significantly influence their market value. For coins in very fine condition like the one we're discussing today, the details on the design are slightly worn but still sharp and clearly visible. Such coins are sought after because they maintain much of their original luster, and they tend to show less circulation damage compared to lower-grade coins. Coin grading plays a critical role in determining a coin's value. This 2002 Louisiana State Quarter with the D Mint mark that we're focusing on is considered to be in very fine VF condition. In very fine condition, the coin's details are still easily visible. You'll notice that the high points of the design, like the pelican and musical notes, might have slight signs of wear, but there's no major loss of detail. Very fine condition also means that the coin has retained much of its original appeal and remains attractive to collectors, even after being in circulation. Collectors looking for these coins will often seek out very fine or higher grades, as these retain much of the original design without significant damage or corrosion. So what is this coin worth today? As with any collectible, value can vary greatly depending on demand, rarity, and condition. For the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter with the D Mint mark in very fine condition, the current market value can range anywhere from $47,000 depending on the specific quality and demand among collectors. This may seem like a significant amount. It's important to remember that certain variations and high-grade specimens can fetch even higher prices at auction. Keep in mind that the value can fluctuate based on the coin's popularity, historical interest, and any potential errors or unique features that make a particular coin stand out. Several factors can influence the value of the 2002 with D Louisiana state quarter condition and grade. As mentioned earlier, the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins graded MS mint state or AU about uncirculated can significantly increase in value compared to very fine condition coins. Mintage, while millions of these quarters were minted, all of them remain in good condition today. Coins that have been preserved well and show minimal wear are more valuable. Market demand, market interest in state quarters fluctuates over time. If there's a surge in popularity for state quarters or for coins related to the Louisiana Purchase, prices can increase. Rarity of mint errors. Some Louisiana state quarters may have minting errors such as double dies or off-center strikes. These rare variations can elevate the value of the coin to hundreds of dollars. If you own a 2002 with D Louisiana state quarter or are planning to invest in one, it's essential to protect it properly. Always handle your coins by the edges to prevent oils from your skin from damaging the surfaces. Store your coins in protective holders or coin flips made of archival-safe materials. Avoid placing your coins in areas with extreme temperature fluctuations or humidity, as these conditions can cause tarnishing or corrosion. In conclusion, the 2002 with D Louisiana state quarter in very fine condition may make you rich overnight, but it is certainly a piece with historical significance and collector interest. Its value will continue to be influenced by factors like condition, rarity, and market demand, making it an excellent addition to any collection. If you have a 2002 with D Louisiana quarter, make sure to take good care of it and consider having it professionally graded to maximize its value. Let us know in the comments if you have this coin or if you found any other state quarters with unique characteristics. Next up, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American numismatics, the 1989 Montello Jefferson nickel with P mint Silverchart. What makes this coin so special and why does it hold significant collector market value today? Let's find out. The Montello nickel, officially known as the Jefferson nickel, was first issued in 1938 to honor the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse features a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases an image of his Virginia home, Montello. The design was created by famed engraver Felix Schlag. Fast forward to 1989, a year that marked the end of the 1980s, a decade defined by significant change in America. Mint marks are important identifiers for coins, revealing where they were minted. The P mint mark on the 1989 nickel indicates it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This mint mark is relatively common compared to others, but what truly matters for collectors is the coin's condition. When we talk about condition, coins can range from poor to uncirculated. The fine condition represents a coin that has some wear but is still recognizable, and even a coin in this state can command a fair value among collectors. But what about coins that have been found in less than perfect condition, like those with dirt? Coins that come with dirt and grime can still hold value, especially if they're rare or historically significant. Cleaning these coins isn't always advisable, as it can damage their surfaces and reduce their collector value. Now, let's discuss the current market value of the 1989 Montello Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark in fine condition with dirt. As of today, collectors are willing to pay a range of prices depending on the coin's specific characteristics. Generally, these coins can sell for anywhere between $60,000 in fine condition, depending on the buyer's willingness and market demand. However, coins with unique characteristics or from special collections can fetch even higher prices. Some collectors may pay a premium for coins that come from specific hoards or have historical significance. If you're looking to start or enhance your coin collection, here are a few tips. Educate yourself. Always do your research on the coins you're interested in. Understanding the history and value of a coin is crucial. Inspect condition. Learn how to grade coins. This will help you determine their value and whether they fit your collection goals. Join a community. Engage with fellow collectors online or in local coin clubs. They can offer valuable insights and resources. Protect your coins. Invest in protective sleeves or holders to keep your coins in great condition. The 1989 Montello Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark may not be the rarest coin out there, but it certainly has its place in the hearts of collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting, every coin tells a story, and this one is no exception. Remember to keep an eye out for those fine condition coins, even those with dirt, as they can still hold value and significance in your collection. Next up, we're diving deep into a special piece of American numismatic history. The 1937 wheat penny. This iconic coin, minted during the Great Depression, has a fascinating story and surprising collector value today, especially in very fine condition. So if you have one tucked away in your collection, you might be sitting on a small treasure. First, let's take a moment to appreciate the historical context of this penny. The 1937 wheat penny was produced at the height of the Great Depression, a time when the United States was recovering from one of its most challenging economic periods. These coins, featuring the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, were a symbol of hope and resilience for many Americans. But what makes this particular penny so special today? The 1937 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. These coins have become highly sought after, especially in very fine condition or higher grades. But why? Let's find out. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A 1937 wheat penny in very fine condition will show clear details, with slight wear on Lincoln's cheek and jaw but full visibility of the lines on the wheat ears on the reverse. The difference between a regular, worn 1937 penny and one in very fine condition can be drastic when it comes to value. In very fine condition, the details on the wheat stalks remain strong and the overall luster of the coin is still present. Coins like these, without a mint mark, are still relatively accessible but can fetch a premium in the collector's market. Let's talk about that value. So what's the value of a 1937 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition today? As of the latest market reports, these coins can range anywhere from $200,000 depending on the exact condition and the buyer's interest. That may sound like a fortune. Consider that this is more than 200 times its original face value. If you're a collector or someone just starting out in numismatics, it's crucial to understand how grading works. To determine if your 1937 wheat penny is in very fine condition, you'll want to look for clear separation of lines and features in both Lincoln's portrait and the reverse wheat ears. Now, you might be wondering why a common coin like this can still hold value today. It's because the market for wheat pennies has always been strong. Collectors love these coins for their historical significance, unique design, and the thrill of completing a full collection. The 1937 penny is the rarest. It's a key date for many collectors trying to assemble a complete set of Lincoln wheat pennies. And for newer collectors, it's an affordable way to get started in the hobby. Because of this consistent demand, prices remain steady, making it a worthwhile investment. So, if you have a 1937 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition, it might be time to dig it out and consider its value. Whether you're looking to sell or just hold on to it for future appreciation, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the market and trends in coin collecting. The 1937 wheat penny is a classic piece of Americana that offers a glimpse into our history. Even today, nearly 90 years after it was minted, it holds value and interest for collectors around the world. If you have one in very fine condition, take good care of it, because it's not just a coin, it's a piece of history. Next up, we're diving deep into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but has quite the story behind it, the Washington $quarter from 1987 with the P mint mark. What's so special about this coin and why is it drawing attention in today's collector market? Stick around to find out its history, key features, and most importantly, its current value in dollars if you own one in very fine condition. To start off, let's go back in time. The Washington $quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, with its design remaining largely unchanged for many years until the State Quarter series began in 1999. But today, we're zeroing in on a particular year and mint mark, the 1987 with P Washington $quarter. What's interesting about the 1987 Washington $quarter is that it was minted during a period of relatively low economic activity, meaning that not as many quarters were put into circulation compared to other years. Combine that with the fact that this coin comes from the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P mint mark, and you have a collectible that's worth more than just face value. Now, let's take a closer look at the design and specifications. The obverse or front of the coin features the familiar bust of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. You'll notice Washington's head faces left, with the word Liberty inscribed above and the motto "In God We Trust" to the left. Below Washington's chin is the year -1987. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of a bald eagle with its wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows. This symbolizes America's readiness for war, balanced by the olive branches that signify the desire for peace. The words United States of America are at the top and $quarter is inscribed at the bottom. What makes the 1987 with P $quarter particularly notable among collectors is its relatively low mintage and its preservation in higher grades, such as very fine condition, which is what we'll be focusing on today. Before we discuss the market value, let's define what we mean by very fine condition in numismatic terms. A coin in very fine VF condition will show some moderate wear, but most of the details will still be sharp and clear. For example, on the 1987 with P Washington $quarter, Washington's hair details might be slightly worn, and some of the feather details on the eagle might be smooth. However, the overall design should still be easily recognizable with no major scratches, dings, or discolorations. Alright, now to the part you've been waiting for, the market value of the 1987 with P Washington $quarter in very fine condition. In today's collector market, this coin can command a premium. Collectors are willing to pay much more depending on the coin's condition and its historical appeal. As of today, a 1987 with P Washington quarter in very fine condition typically sells for around $85,000. However, if your coin is in even better condition, like extra fine or almost uncirculated, it could fetch anywhere from $90,000 or more, especially if it's been preserved exceptionally well with no discoloration or major blemishes. If you're a collector looking to buy or sell a 1987 with P Washington quarter, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Check the coin's condition carefully. Ensure that your coin is indeed in very fine condition or higher. The difference between a VF and an AU grade can significantly impact its value. Look for the P mint mark. Remember, we're specifically talking about the 1987 quarter with the P mint mark. Coins without the mint mark come from the Philadelphia Mint prior to 1980, but for 1987 it's essential to see the P on the obverse. Consider professional grading. If you believe your coin is in exceptional condition, it might be worth getting it professionally graded by a service. This can boost its value and make it more attractive to potential buyers. Stay updated on market trends. Coin values fluctuate based on demand and overall market conditions, so keep an eye on recent auction results and collector forums for the latest trends. So there you have it. The 1987 with P Washington quarter might be the rarest coin out there, in very fine condition. It holds a special place in many collectors' hearts and can be worth more than just its face value. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned numismatist, keeping an eye out for these coins could be rewarding. If you've got one in your collection, take a closer look. It might just be worth a lot more. Next up, we're going to take a deep look at the 2005 California State Quarter with the P mint mark in very fine condition. Does this coin have a big value in today's collector market? Stay tuned to find out. First, let's talk about the background of this fascinating coin. The 2005 California State Quarter was released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program honored each of the 50 states by featuring unique designs on the reverse of the $quarter coin. The California quarter was the first state quarter issued in 2005 and the 31st overall in the series. It features a stunning design that showcases the natural beauty and history of California. The reverse side of the coin depicts naturalist and conservationist John Muir standing near the Yosemite Valley, with the iconic half-dome mountain in the background and a majestic California condor flying overhead. The reverse design, created by sculptor Don Everhart, truly captures the essence of California's landscape and its commitment to preserving nature. Now, let's talk a bit about the obverse side of the coin. It features the standard portrait of George Washington, which has been on U.S. quarters since 1932. What makes this particular coin different is the P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Before we dive into the collector market value, it's important to understand coin grading and how the condition of a coin impacts its worth. Coins are graded on a scale from poor P1 to mint state MEMST, with the higher grades representing coins that are in near perfect condition. The 2005 California State Quarter we're focusing on today is in very fine condition, which means it falls somewhere around a grade of VF20 to VF35. In very fine condition, you'll notice moderate wear on the high points of the design, but the overall details remain clear and distinct. It's a common condition for quarters that have been in circulation but have been kept relatively well preserved. Now, let's talk numbers. How rare is the 2005 California State Quarter with the P mint mark? The U.S. Mint produced a total of over 257 million of these quarters in Philadelphia alone, but making it a relatively uncommon coin in terms of mintage. Because of this high mintage, the 2005 California State Quarter is not considered rare in the broader sense. However, coins in high grades like Mint State MS or those with unique errors and varieties can still attract strong interest from collectors. So what's the value of a 2005 California State Quarter with the P mint mark in very fine condition today? Generally, quarters like this in very fine condition are considered uncommon and typically hold a value around $45,000 if sold individually to collectors looking to complete a set and investment. However, if you have a 2005 California quarter in very fine condition with unique features, such as a die crack, doubling, or a cut error, its value can increase significantly. Error coins are highly sought after by numismatists, depending on the rarity and type of error. But for a standard 2005 California State Quarter in very fine condition with no errors, you're looking at a modest collector value. If you're looking to buy or sell such a coin, your best bet is to visit local coin shops or coin collector forums. So, what factors can increase the value of your 2005 California State Quarter? Let's take a look at a few key aspects. Mint State grade coins in Mint State MS condition or higher grades like MEMS 65 or MES 67 will be worth significantly more than those in very fine condition. Unique errors or varieties, as mentioned earlier, error coins such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or coins with die cracks can command higher prices. Proof versions of the California Quarter, minted in San Francisco with an S mint mark, are struck with special techniques and are usually worth more to collectors. Special packaging or sets, quarters that are part of mint sets or special packaging may have a slight premium over standard circulated coins. In summary, The 2005 California State Quarter with the P Mint mark in very fine condition may hold a huge collector value on its own. It's still an important part of the 50 State Quarters program and can be a beautiful addition to your collection. If you're just getting started as a coin collector, this coin is an affordable way to explore U.S. numismatics. And who knows? If you come across a high-grade or errored or variety of this coin, you might just have something much more valuable in your hands. Remember, when collecting coins, always keep an eye out for quality, rarity, and unique features. Next up, we'll explore a piece of American history that has captivated collectors and enthusiasts alike, the Sacagawea dollar coin from the year 2000, specifically the version with the D Mint mark. In this video, we'll discuss its historical significance, unique features, and its value in today's collector market. So, let's get started. To appreciate the Sacagawea dollar, we must first understand its background. The Sacagawea dollar was introduced in 2000 as a way to honor the Native American woman who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 1800s. Sacagawea, a Shoshone woman, served as a guide and interpreter, helping to navigate the uncharted territories of the American West. The design of the coin itself is significant. The obverse features a striking portrait of Sacagawea, designed by artist Glenna Goodacre. The reverse side depicts a soaring eagle, symbolizing freedom and the spirit of the American West. This coin was minted by the United States Mint and is made of a copper core surrounded by a nickel brass alloy, giving it a distinct golden color. Now, let's focus on the 2000 D Mint mark Sacagawea dollar. The D indicates that this particular coin was minted in Denver. During its production year, around 39 million Sacagawea dollars were minted in total, with a substantial portion coming from the Denver Mint. But what makes the 2000 with D Mint mark version special? Unlike its Philadelphia counterpart, the Denver version has proven to be more sought after among collectors due to its slightly lower mintage. When it comes to collecting coins, lower mintage often translates to higher value in the marketplace. When examining the 2000 with D Sacagawea dollar, several unique features stand out. The obverse, as we mentioned earlier, it showcases Sacagawea herself, her image capturing both strength and determination. The inscription Liberty arches over her head while the year of minting, 2000, is inscribed below. The reverse design features an eagle in flight, accompanied by the inscription United States of America and the denomination $1. The detail in the eagle's wings and feathers speaks to the artistry of the coin. Edge lettering. Another interesting aspect of the Sacagawea dollar is its smooth edge, which sets it apart from many other coins. The edge is inscribed with the words E Pluribus Unum, a nod to its place in American history and values. Condition is critical in the world of coin collecting, and this is where terms like fine condition come into play. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect specimen. A coin in fine condition typically shows moderate wear but retains its essential features. For collectors, the fine condition of a 2000 with D Sacagawea dollar can significantly influence its market value. Let's break down the grading scale briefly. Good 1 to 4. The coin is heavily worn, with most details lost. Fine 12 to 20. The coin has visible wear, but most design elements are still intact. Very fine 20 to 40. The coin shows some wear, but details are sharper and more defined. Extremely fine 40 to 60. The coin is well preserved, with only minor signs of wear. Uncirculated 60. The coin shows no signs of wear, with all original luster intact. Now, let's dive into the exciting part, the value of the 2000 with D Sacagawea dollar in today's collector market. As of now, a 2000 with D Sacagawea dollar in fine condition can range from $79,000. However, prices can vary significantly based on the market demand and the condition of the specific coin. These prices reflect the growing interest in this coin, and as more collectors become aware of its significance, values may continue to rise. If you're interested in starting or expanding your collection of Sacagawea dollars, here are some tips for collecting and storing these coins. Storage. Invest in high-quality coin holders or albums to protect your coins from damage. Avoid using PVC holders, as they can cause deterioration over time. Research. Stay informed about the market trends. Websites, CoinMarketCap, and various coin collector forums can provide insights into current values and demand. Attend coin shows. Participating in local coin shows can connect you with other collectors and experts, offering opportunities to buy, sell, or trade coins. Join coin collecting communities. Online platforms, social media groups, and local clubs are excellent resources for gaining knowledge and sharing experiences with fellow collectors. In conclusion, the 2000 with D Sacagawea dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of American history and a testament to the contributions of Native American women. As a collectible coin, it has significant market value and appeals to both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. Next up, we're diving into one of the most interesting and potentially valuable coins out there, the 1940 wheat penny, without a mint mark, especially those in very fine condition. If you have one in your collection, you might be holding on to a hidden treasure worth a significant amount in today's market. The 1940 wheat penny is a classic example of American numismatic history. Minted more than 80 years ago, this coin has withstood the test of time and continues to capture the interest of collectors and enthusiasts worldwide. But what makes it so special? Let's find out. The Wheat Penny series, also known as the Lincoln Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1940 edition, like many others in this series, features Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. The 1940 Wheat Penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not include mint marks on its pennies until 1980. Certain factors make it a valuable piece for collectors, such as condition, rarity, and specific errors or blemishes that distinguish it from the rest. When discussing the value of any coin, condition is paramount. For the 1940 Wheat Penny, the condition is categorized into various grades, ranging from poor to mint state. Today, we're focusing on the very fine condition, which is one of the middle grades in the numismatic scale. The very fine VF 1940 Wheat Penny will have moderate wear on the high points of Lincoln's face, such as his cheek and jawline. However, all major details are still visible, and there is only slight smoothing on Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse side. This specific grade indicates that while the coin has circulated, it has retained most of its defining features, making it attractive to collectors looking for high-quality pieces that are more affordable than uncirculated or mint-state coins. Now let's talk about one of the distinctive features of this specific 1940 Wheat Penny: the black spots on the reverse side. Black spots, also known as carbon spots, are often the result of the coin's exposure to moisture or contaminants over the years. While some might see these spots as imperfections, they can actually add character and uniqueness to a coin, potentially making it more appealing to collectors who value coins with unique histories and appearances. The presence of these spots does impact the coin's grade slightly, but in some cases, it can increase its desirability among certain collectors. For example, if the spots form a unique pattern or are minimal and do not distract from the coin's overall look, it could make your 1940 Wheat Penny stand out in a sea of similar pieces. So how much is this coin actually worth? In today's collector market, a 1940 Wheat Penny without a mint mark in very fine condition coins with unique characteristics like the aforementioned black spots can sometimes command higher prices. Some 1940 Wheat Pennies with distinctive spots or even small errors have sold for a few dollars, and in some cases up to $600,000 or more. This might seem like a massive value at first glance. It's important to. If your coin is in exceptional very fine condition with minimal black spotting, or if it has other appealing attributes, it could even attract interest from specialty collectors, driving the price higher. If you're looking to sell your 1940 Wheat Penny, there are a few things to keep in mind. Get the coin properly graded. Before listing or selling your coin, it's a good idea to have it graded by a reputable service. This will give potential buyers confidence in the coin's authenticity and condition. Highlight unique characteristics. If your coin has black spots or other unique features, be sure to mention them in your listing and provide clear, high-quality images. Choose the right market. Some coins sell better in local coin shops, while others fetch higher prices on online platforms. Research where similar coins have sold to find the best place to list yours. Be patient. Selling coins can take time, especially for niche pieces. Don't rush into accepting the first offer. Wait for a buyer who appreciates your coin's unique qualities. The 1940 Wheat Penny without a mint mark, especially in very fine condition with black spots on the reverse, may not make headlines as a high-value rarity. But it still holds its place as a cherished piece of American history. Its moderate value, unique characteristics, and historical significance make it a fantastic coin for beginner and seasoned collectors alike. If you have one of these in your collection, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a small but valuable gem. And if you enjoyed learning about this classic Wheat Penny, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the fascinating world of coins. Next up, we're diving deep into the history and value of one of the most iconic coins from American numismatics, the 1972 Washington quarter without a mint mark. This coin is often overlooked but has its own fascinating story and can hold a significant collector's value, especially in very fine condition. So, let's get started. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. This particular series ran until 1998 before it transitioned into the 50-state quarters program. The 1972 Washington quarter is a common coin that many of us may have in our collections or even in our pockets right now, but few realize its true potential in the collector's market, especially when in very fine condition and without a mint mark. Now, let's talk about the coin's details and history. The 1972 Washington quarter was minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, only the coins minted at Denver D and San Francisco S feature a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This small detail can make a big difference when determining its collector value. The obverse of the coin features the iconic bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, with the inscription "Liberty" above his head and the motto "In God We Trust" to the left. On the reverse, you'll find the image of a bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with 2 olive branches below, symbolizing both strength and peace. So what sets the 1972 Washington quarter apart? While most quarters from this era were heavily circulated and bear significant wear, finding one in very fine condition is becoming increasingly rare. A very fine condition, in numismatic terms, means the coin shows moderate wear, but the main features and details are still sharp and visible. There are also a few known varieties for the 1972 quarter, including the famous double die obverse where some of the letters and details appear doubled due to a minting error. While this particular variety commands a premium, even regular 1972 quarters without mint marks can be surprisingly valuable if well preserved. Now let's get to the exciting part, the current market value of the 1972 Washington quarter. However, as the coin's condition improves, so does its market price. For a 1972 Washington quarter in very fine condition, collectors are willing to pay anywhere between $110,000 depending on the eye appeal, sharpness of the details, and absence of significant damage. That's a significant return for a coin that many people might overlook. If you're a coin collector or someone looking to add a 1972 Washington quarter to your collection, here collection. First, always handle your coins with care. Use gloves and avoid touching the surface directly to prevent any oils from your fingers from causing damage. Second, consider getting your coin graded if you believe it's in uncirculated or very fine condition. A professional grade can greatly increase its market value. Lastly, stay informed about the market. Prices can fluctuate, so check recent auction results and collector forums to get an idea of what your coin might be worth. Overall, the 1972 Washington quarter is a great coin to watch in the market, especially if you have one without a mint mark in very fine condition. While it may be the most expensive quarter out there, its value in very fine condition is still noteworthy, and it's always exciting to see what you can discover in your change jar or coin collection. Next up, we have a special treat for all the coin enthusiasts out there, a fascinating 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark. This isn't your ordinary penny. This one's got a story to tell, a unique character, and a big collector mark in value in dollars. Stick around because you won't want to miss the details on why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth much more than you think. First, let's take a step back in time and set the stage for 1934. This was the midst of the Great Depression in the United States. Unemployment was high, the economy was struggling, and people were looking for ways to get by. Amidst this turmoil, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins like the one we're looking at today, the wheat penny. While millions of these pennies were struck, each coin tells a unique story, especially when it comes to those produced without a mint mark. Now let's examine the physical characteristics of this 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark. The first thing you'll notice is its distinctive, multi-shaded appearance. This coin has aged gracefully over the decades, developing a natural patina that gives it a unique look. The dirt and grime accumulated on the coin actually add to its character, making it a one-of-a-kind piece. Remember, for collectors, it's often these imperfections and unique features that can make a coin stand out. On the obverse side, we see Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile. The details of Lincoln's hair, facial features, and clothing may be slightly worn, but they're still visible. What's notable here is the lack of a mint mark, which tells us that this penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, as they didn't use mint marks at that time. On the reverse, we have the classic wheat ears design, which was used on all wheat pennies from 1909 to 1958. The words 1 cent and United States of America are still clear despite the coin's condition. This classic design has made the wheat penny one of the most beloved coins in American numismatics. So where does this coin fall in terms of condition? Coin grading is a nuanced process, but based on the visible wear, dirt, and overall look, this penny would likely be classified somewhere between good and very fine condition, depending on how a professional grader interprets the details. It's precisely this worn, dirty look that appeals to a particular subset of collectors who love coins that show their age and history. Now, onto the part that everyone is waiting for, the market value. As of today, the collector market value of a 1934 wheat penny can vary significantly based on condition, rarity, and demand. A 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark in pristine, mint state condition can fetch anywhere from $190,000 or more at auctions. However, even in dirty condition like the one we have here, these coins can still attract buyers, particularly if they exhibit unique multi-shading or toning patterns that are visually appealing. For a coin like this, you could expect a market value ranging from $196,000 for general conditions, and potentially higher up to $350,000 if a collector sees value in its character and unique aesthetics. Over the years, we've seen the value of wheat pennies increase steadily as they become scarcer and more sought after by collectors. The 1934 no mint mark penny, the rarest of the wheat pennies, still holds significant value due to its age, historical context, and collectability. It's coins like these that remind us why coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a journey through time, preserving pieces of history that tell the story of our nation. So, there you have it, the 1934 wheat penny without a mint mark, aged dirty and full of character. If you have one of these at home, take a closer look at its condition and unique features. It might just be worth more than you thought. And if you're a collector looking to add a piece of American history to your collection, this penny could be the perfect fit. Next up, we're diving into a special piece from the America the Beautiful series, the 2017 Frederick Douglass National Historic Site Quarter with the Denver Mint mark. If you're a coin collector or simply curious about valuable modern quarters, you're in the right place. We'll explore the fascinating story behind this coin, its unique design elements, and most importantly, its current collector's market value in dollars. Stay tuned as we uncover what makes this quarter a desirable item for collectors today. The Frederick Douglass Quarter was released in 2017 as part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program, which started in 2010 and is set to end in 2021. This series celebrates national parks and historic sites across the United States. Frederick Douglass, an iconic figure in American history, is honored on this coin for his contributions as an abolitionist, orator, and writer. The quarter's reverse design captures the essence of Douglass's dedication to equality and education. Let's take a closer look at this coin's design. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932, and used on quarters ever since. What really sets this coin apart is the reverse design. It depicts Frederick Douglass seated at a writing desk, pen in hand, and his home, the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site, in the background. This powerful image reflects his role as a statesman and his relentless fight for civil rights. Now, what's particularly significant for collectors is the mint mark. This specific quarter we're discussing today bears the D mint mark, indicating that it was minted in Denver. Collectors value quarters from different mints differently based on rarity, mintage numbers, and demand. With approximately 302 million of these quarters minted in Denver, it's not the rarest, but finding one in very fine condition can still make it a valuable addition to any collection. When it comes to grading, the condition of a coin is crucial in determining its value. Our focus today is on the Frederick Douglass quarter in very fine condition. In this grade, you can expect to see moderate wear, but all major details should still be clear and visible. While it's not as pristine as an uncirculated coin, a very fine grade is considered a desirable condition for coins that have been in circulation. But how much is this coin actually worth today? The Frederick Douglass quarter has attracted collector interest over the years. Coins in very fine condition, like the one we're discussing, can fetch higher prices due to their collectible status. As of 2024, the collector market for modern commemorative quarters is growing. For a 2017 with D Frederick Douglass quarter in very fine condition, you're looking at a market value ranging from $30,000 depending on demand and availability. This may seem like a fortune. Considering its modern release, that's a significant premium over its face value. Prices could go higher if you have a particularly well-preserved example, or if you're dealing with a niche collector looking to complete their America the Beautiful series collection. So why would someone pay a premium for this coin? The answer lies in its historical significance and the beautiful design. Collectors who are passionate about American history and numismatics value these quarters for their artistic representation of national heritage sites. Additionally, as the series becomes complete and older issues become scarcer, coins like the Frederick Douglass quarter may see increased demand. If you're considering selling or buying one of these quarters, keep these key factors in mind. Condition: higher grades like extremely fine or uncirculated will command higher prices. Mint mark: the D mint mark is uncommon, sought after by those looking to complete a set and investment. Market trends: coin values can fluctuate based on market demand, so watch for periods of increased interest in commemorative series. Completeness: some collectors seek out specific coins to complete their sets, which can drive up prices for certain designs or mint marks. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 2017 with D Frederick Douglass quarter is a fascinating piece to consider. Its blend of historical significance, beautiful design, and its role in the larger America the Beautiful series make it a coin worth holding on to. Who knows? As time goes on, its value might just surprise you. Next up, we explore the Montello Jefferson nickel from 1964. Specifically, we'll focus on the nickel without a mint mark, its unique features, and its surprising collector market value today. So grab your coin books and let's get started. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, designed by the renowned sculptor Felix Schlag. It was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse of the coin features a stunning portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his famous estate, Montello. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is particularly notable not just for its design but also for the era in which it was produced. By the 1960s, the coin had already become a staple of American currency, circulating widely in commerce. The 1964 Jefferson nickel has several key features worth noting. Composition: made from a combination of 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin exhibits a beautiful, lustrous finish, especially in uncirculated conditions. Weight: each nickel weighs 5 grams, which is standard for this denomination. Diameter: it has a diameter of 21.21 m, which is also consistent with the other nickels of this series. However, what really sets this coin apart is its lack of a mint mark. While coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint typically bear no mint mark, coins from the Denver Mint would have a D, and those from the San Francisco Mint would feature an S. The absence of a mint mark on the 1964 nickel signifies that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making it part of a large mintage of over 494 million coins produced that year. Now, let's talk about the condition of the 1964 Jefferson nickel. You mentioned a fine condition coin with a green shade and some dirt. What does fine condition mean? In numismatic terms, fine refers to a coin that shows some wear but retains most of its original features. This includes clear details in the design, but perhaps some flatness on the high points and noticeable scratches or discoloration. A greenish hue can sometimes be seen on coins that have been exposed to certain environmental conditions such as moisture, leading to oxidation or tarnishing. When it comes to value, the condition is crucial. A 1964 Jefferson nickel in fine condition generally trades for around $51,000. However, the green shade and dirt could make it less appealing to some collectors, impacting its market value. But don't let that deter you. Even coins in less than perfect condition can hold significant value to the right collector, especially if they possess unique attributes or historical significance. The collector market for coins, including the Jefferson nickel, has been fluctuating in recent years. With the rise of online auctions and numismatic forums, the accessibility of these coins has increased, leading to a broader interest among collectors. While uncommon nickels from the 1960s might only fetch $86,000, unique or well-preserved examples can be worth significantly more. Rarity coins that are less commonly found in certain conditions tend to be more sought after. Demand: if a particular coin is trending in the collector community, its value can skyrocket. Historical significance: coins with interesting backstories or associations can fetch higher prices at auction. As collectors continue to explore their interests, you might find that the value of a fine condition 1964 Jefferson nickel can vary widely based on where and how it's sold. Taking care of your coins is essential for maintaining their value. Here are some tips. Handling: always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils from your skin transferring onto the surface. Cleaning: avoid harsh cleaning methods that can scratch or damage the coin. If your coin has dirt on it, consider using a soft brush or a gentle soap solution with water, but be cautious. Storage: use protective holders or flips to keep your coins safe from environmental damage and wear. By taking these steps, you can help preserve the condition of your Montello Jefferson nickel and maintain its value over time. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1964 Jefferson nickel, here are some avenues you can explore. Local coin shops: a great place to start for buying and selling coins. They can provide you with expert advice and fair pricing. Online marketplaces, websites, or specialized numismatic auction sites are excellent platforms to find collectors and buyers. Coin shows: attending coin shows allows you to connect with other collectors and dealers, providing opportunities to buy, sell, and trade. Next up, we'll be diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable Lincoln wheat pennies out there, the 1942 USA 1-cent coin without a mint mark. But this isn't just any ordinary 1942 penny. No, this one has a unique feature: a black shade on the obverse side, making it a must-have for collectors and a potential goldmine if you happen to own one. So, let's explore its history, unique attributes, and most importantly, its current market value in dollars. First, let's set the context. The 1942 wheat penny is part of the beloved Lincoln Wheat series, designed by Victor David Brenner. These coins were minted from 1909 until 1958, and they remain one of the most collected and admired series among numismatists worldwide. During the early 1940s, America was in the midst of World War II, and this had a significant impact on the minting process. While 1943 saw the introduction of steel pennies due to copper shortages, the 1942 was one of the last years to feature the traditional copper-based composition. That's why these coins have a special place in the hearts of many collectors. You might be asking, what makes this particular 1942 penny different? Well, there are a couple of unique factors at play. First off, this penny lacks a mint mark, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia, the largest producer of wheat pennies that year. While Philadelphia minted over 657 million of these coins, not all of them are equal in quality or condition. The second standout feature is the black shade on the obverse side, or the head side, where you see Abraham Lincoln. This could be due to environmental factors, oxidation, or improper metal mixing during the minting process. Although it may look like damage to some, this anomaly actually piques the interest of collectors, as such coins are considered unique or even rare. Now, let's get to the part everyone wants to know: the value of this coin. While most 1942 wheat pennies without mint marks, in very fine condition, it's this particular penny's condition and unique black shade that can set it apart. If you have a 1942 penny with this darkened appearance, it's crucial to have it professionally graded by services. This grading will determine its exact value based on its condition, color variations, and any other distinct features. For a typical 1942 wheat penny, without a mint mark in very fine condition, you might see values around $300,000. However, when you add in the unusual black shading, prices can skyrocket, depending on how pronounced and aesthetically pleasing the discoloration is. In some rare cases, if the black shade creates a visually striking contrast and is accompanied by other unique features such as a die crack or lamination error, Authenticating and preserving your 1942 penny is key to maximizing its value. Since this coin is already decades old, handling it with care is a must. Always hold the coin by its edges, use cotton gloves, and store it in a protective case or holder. Avoid using cleaning agents, as this can damage the coin's surface and dramatically decrease its value. If you're considering selling, make sure to get a professional opinion, and if possible, have it graded and encapsulated. If you're looking to add this unique 1942 wheat penny to your collection or want to sell one, there are a few places to consider. Online marketplaces, Etsy, and even specialized auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Great Collections can be great platforms for buying and selling. Local coin shops and coin shows are also excellent venues for trading, as they allow you to negotiate prices and get a hands-on examination of the coin's condition. So, whether you're an experienced numismatist or a casual collector, always keep an eye out for these unique characteristics in your wheat pennies. You never know, that darkened 1942 penny sitting in your drawer could be worth more than you think. Next up, we're diving into an exciting coin that's making waves in the collector's market, the 1998 Washington quarter dollar with the P Mint mark. You might have one of these quarters lying around in your collection pocket or even in your wallet right now, but did you know that this specific quarter can be worth much more? We'll explore everything you need to know about this quarter, from its history and design to its current collector market value in dollars. So, sit back, grab your favorite coin, and let's get started. The Washington quarter has a long and rich history. First introduced in 1932, this coin was originally intended to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its design, featuring the iconic profile of the first U.S. president, was created by sculptor John Flanagan. The 1998 Washington quarter is part of the last series before the U.S. Mint introduced the famous 50 state quarters program in 1999, which sparked new interest and excitement in quarter collecting. Being part of this transitional period makes the 1998 quarter a unique piece that marks the end of a chapter in U.S. coinage history. Let's talk about the design of this coin. The obverse front of the 1998 Washington quarter features a profile bust of George Washington, facing left. Above his head, you'll see the word Liberty, and to the left of Washington's neck is the phrase "In God We Trust." Below the image, you'll find the date 1998. On the reverse backside of the coin, you'll see a majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows with two olive branches beneath it, symbols of America's strength and peace. Encircling the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, and just below, you'll see the denomination quarter dollar. What sets this coin apart is the small letter P located on the obverse, just above the date. This P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia, one of the major minting locations for U.S. coins. Now, let's get into the most exciting part. How much is this coin worth today in the collector's market? A regular 1998 quarter dollar with P mint mark in condition, it can be worth significantly more. So what is considered very fine condition? A quarter in very fine condition shows only slight signs of wear. Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers should still be well defined, though there may be some minor smoothing on the highest points. The details should still be crisp, and the coin should have a nice luster. For a 1998 Washington quarter in very fine condition, the current collector market value can range anywhere from $60,000, depending on factors like the coin's overall appearance, any toning or discoloration, and market demand. If the coin is in extra fine XF condition or higher, why does this coin have higher value potential? While the 1998 with P Washington quarter had a mintage of over 896 million coins, meaning it's rare in terms of production numbers, finding one in very fine or extra fine condition is becoming increasingly difficult. Over time, these coins have been used in everyday transactions, which leads to wear and tear. Coins that have been preserved in better conditions are in higher demand among collectors who seek out higher grade examples to complete their sets and investment. Additionally, with the popularity of the state quarters program that started in 1999, collectors have a renewed interest in completing sets of pre-1999 Washington quarters, driving up demand for the 1998 with P quarter in higher grades. If you're looking to add a 1998 with P Washington quarter to your collection too, or already own one and wanted to know if it's worth something, here are some key tips. Check for the mint mark. Make sure the coin has the P mint mark above the date. This identifies it as being minted in Philadelphia. Examine the condition. Carefully assess the coin's condition. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair, minimal wear on the eagle's feathers, and a good overall appearance. Consider professional grading. If you believe your coin is in extra fine condition or higher, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service. This can significantly increase its value and make it more attractive to potential buyers. Market timing. Coin values fluctuate over time based on collector demand. Keep an eye on auction sites, coin shops, and online marketplaces to see how similar coins are performing in the market. The 1998 Washington quarter with the P mint mark may be the rarest coin out there, but it holds significant value for collectors, especially in very fine condition. As the last issue before the introduction of the state quarters, it's a must-have for those interested in modern U.S. coinage. And who knows? With coin values always changing, its worth might continue to rise. If you have this coin in your collection, now might be the perfect time to get it appraised and see if it could fetch a good price in the collector's market. Next up, we're talking about none other than the 2004 Iowa State Quarter with the D mint mark in very fine condition. This seemingly common coin has become a hot commodity in the collector's market, fetching impressive prices. Curious to know why? Let's explore. The Iowa State Quarter was released in 2004 as part of the U.S. Mint's popular 50 State Quarters program. This series ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured unique designs representing each of the 50 states. The Iowa Quarter, in particular, is cherished for its depiction of the state's rich history and culture. On the reverse, you'll see a beautiful engraving of a one-room schoolhouse under a large tree. Inspired by the artwork of Grant Wood, the scene symbolizes Iowa's commitment to education, and above it is the state's motto, Foundation in Education. So what makes the 2004 Iowa State Quarter with the D mint mark so valuable today? First, let's clarify what the D mint mark means. This letter indicates that the coin was minted at the Denver Mint while millions of these coins were produced. The condition of the coin and certain errors make a huge difference in its value. In very fine condition, the coin may appear to be in circulation but without heavy wear or damage. This specific grade is appealing to collectors because it preserves the integrity of the design while showing the coin's journey through time. The D mint mark Iowa State Quarter in very fine condition is currently valued big higher than its face value. Let's talk numbers. As of today, these coins can fetch anywhere from $80,000 or more, depending on the exact quality and specific features. Now, this might not sound like a fortune, but remember, this is a coin that's just 25 cents in face value. To achieve such a high value in the collector's market is quite impressive. But why the surge in value for this coin? It boils down to a few factors. First, collectors have noted that coins minted at the Denver Mint in 2004 show distinct differences in luster and strike quality compared to other mints. Some even have minor errors or die variations, which can boost their value dramatically. These errors can range from double die obverses to slight shifts in the design, making these coins even rarer and more desirable. For those new to coin collecting, a coin's grade is determined by a professional who assesses its condition, rarity, and overall appeal. In the case of the 2004 Iowa State Quarter with the D mint mark, a coin graded as very fine means it has been well preserved with minimal surface marks. This grade is typically given to coins that have seen some circulation but have retained their design details, making them highly sought after by collectors looking for quality yet affordable additions to their collections. If you're lucky enough to own one of these coins in even better condition like extra fine or uncirculated, your quarter could be worth considerably more. Now let's talk about identifying the value of your own 2004 Iowa State Quarter. First, check for the D mint mark just below the year 2004. Next, inspect the overall condition. Does it have clear details with only light wear on high points? If so, you're looking at a coin in very fine condition or better. Also, pay close attention to any unusual features or inconsistencies, such as doubling of letters or misalignment of the design. These errors can significantly increase its worth. If you want to sell your 2004 Iowa State Quarter or simply get a better idea of its market value, consider visiting popular coin marketplaces, heritage auctions, or Coinfax. These platforms offer a great way to gauge current prices and even connect with collectors who are eager to add this coin to their collections. The 2004 Iowa State Quarter with the D mint mark in very fine condition may be a goldmine. It's certainly a gem worth more than its weight in quarters. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner looking to get started, this coin is a perfect example of how something seemingly ordinary can hold extraordinary value. So go check your piggy bank's old collections and pocket change. You might just find a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, we dive into the fascinating world of wheat pennies, focusing on the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark. Have you ever wondered what this iconic coin could be worth in today's collector market? You might be surprised. Stay tuned to find out its potential value and why collectors are so drawn to it. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is a staple in American coinage, minted from 1909 to 1958. The 1945 edition is one of the most common dates within this series, produced towards the end of World War II. During this period, the United States Mint manufactured over 1 billion 1945 pennies. But here's the catch: there are no mint marks on pennies produced in Philadelphia during that year. Coins without a mint mark are from the Philadelphia Mint, making them distinct from their Denver and San Francisco counterparts, which bear the D and S mint marks, respectively. The 1945 wheat penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the words "In God We Trust" at the top, and "Liberty" to the left of the portrait. The date 1945 is located to the right. On the reverse, the denomination 1 cent is flanked by 2 wheat ears, giving the series its popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. So what makes a 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark valuable? The key factors are rarity and condition. Although over 1 billion of these coins were minted, only a small percentage have survived in very fine condition or better. Collectors classify coins into different grades based on their wear and appearance, ranging from poor all the way to mint state. A very fine 1945 wheat penny will show moderate wear on Lincoln's portrait, but the details in his hair and the wheat ears on the reverse will still be sharp and visible. Such a coin stands out because it has been well preserved over the decades, unlike those in lower grades where the details are often completely worn away. Now let's talk value. As of today, the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition is sought after by collectors and can fetch a decent price. In the current market, these coins typically range in value from $200,000, but prices can go higher based on factors like demand and coin availability. Besides condition, special variants and error coins can elevate the value of a 1945 wheat penny. Keep an eye out for double die obverse or reverse errors, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. These errors are rare and can significantly increase a coin's market value. If you come across a 1945 wheat penny with one of these unique errors, be sure to have it professionally graded and authenticated, as it could turn out to be a hidden treasure. For those looking to buy or sell a 1945 wheat penny, here are some quick tips. Always ensure the coin is graded or has a good description if you're buying online. If you're selling, emphasize any standout features like minimal wear, sharp details, or rare errors. Store your coins properly to maintain their condition. Consider using coin holders, albums, or capsules. So, does the 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark have a big collector value today? It certainly can, especially if you have one in top condition or with a rare error. It may make you an instant millionaire. It's a valuable piece of American history that many collectors are eager to own. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating topic that has caught the attention of collectors and history buffs alike, the Sacagawea dollar from 2001 with P mint mark. This coin isn't just a piece of currency. It represents an important part of American history, and as we'll explore, it's gaining significant value in the collector market. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, stick around as we uncover what makes this coin special and how its value has soared in recent years. To fully appreciate the Sacagawea dollar, we need to start with its history. Introduced in the year 2000, the Sacagawea dollar was part of an effort to revitalize the $1 coin in the United States. It was a departure from the previous Susan B. Anthony dollar, which many people found confusing due to its similar size and color to the quarter. The coin features Sacagawea, the Shoshone woman who played a crucial role in the Lewis and Clark expedition. She was instrumental in helping the explorers navigate the uncharted American West and establish relations with various Native American tribes. The coin not only honors her contributions but also aims to celebrate the role of women and Native Americans in American history. The obverse, or front side, showcases a beautifully detailed image of Sacagawea holding her infant son, Jean-Baptiste. The reverse depicts a soaring eagle, symbolizing freedom and the American spirit. The design was created by artist Glenna Goodacre and has been praised for its artistry and representation. Now let's talk about the minting process. The Sacagawea dollar was minted at both the Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins with the P mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which used the D mint mark. In 2001, the Philadelphia Mint struck a total of approximately 7 million Sacagawea dollars. But why does the mint mark matter? Coins minted in Philadelphia typically have a lower production volume compared to those from the Denver Mint, which can make them more desirable among collectors. The 2001 with P mint mark version, especially in fine condition, has become a sought-after piece due to its historical significance and relatively lower availability. Speaking of condition, let's discuss how coin grading works. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The term fine condition typically refers to a coin that shows some wear but still retains most of its details. A fine condition Sacagawea dollar will have clear inscriptions, and the design will still be recognizable, although it may show signs of circulation. It's crucial to note that the value of a coin can vary significantly based on its condition. For instance, a well-preserved Sacagawea dollar will fetch a higher price than one with noticeable wear. Coins in mint state, those that have never been circulated, are often valued much higher. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the current market value of the 2001 Sacagawea dollar with P mint mark. As of today, a Sacagawea dollar in fine condition can sell for anywhere between $100,000. Depending on the specifics of its condition and whether it has any unique features, such as an error or variety. However, you might be surprised to learn that coins in excellent or uncirculated condition can command prices. This shows how the rarity and desirability of certain conditions can dramatically impact the collector market. If you're considering adding the 2001 Sacagawea dollar to your collection, there are various places to find these coins. Online marketplaces, Etsy, or specialized coin dealer websites are great starting points. When purchasing online, be sure to check the seller's ratings and reviews to ensure you're buying from a reputable source. For those looking to sell, local coin shops and coin shows can be excellent venues. However, always remember to do your research first. I know the market value of your coin before you walk in so you can negotiate a fair price. Now, let's discuss some tips for aspiring collectors who want to invest in the Sacagawea dollar or any coins in general. First, always handle coins with care. Use gloves if possible to prevent oils from your skin from damaging the surface. Second, consider investing in a good quality coin holder or album to protect your collection from dust and scratches. It's also essential to stay informed. Join coin collecting forums, subscribe to coin-related YouTube channels like ours, and read books about numismatics to enhance your knowledge. The more you learn, the better your collecting experience will be. And speaking of community, we want to hear from you. Do you own a 2001 Sago Dollar? Have you ever sold or purchased one? Share your experiences in the comments below. We love to see the passion of collectors and hear your stories about how you got started or your most exciting finds. Next up, we're diving into the story behind one of the most sought-after Lincoln wheat cents, the 1955 with D wheat penny, in a beautiful red shade and very fine condition. If you're a collector or just someone fascinated by rare coins, this is the one you don't want to miss. We're discussing a classic gem from the Lincoln wheat cent series. We'll be exploring the history, key details, and most importantly, the current collector market value of the 1955 with D wheat penny. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's find out. The 1955 with D Lincoln wheat penny is highly collectible, especially in very fine VF condition. It was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located just below the date on the coin's obverse. The red shade, which is a vibrant copper color, adds to its appeal. But there's more to this coin than just its appearance. Let's dive into its historical context first. In 1955, the United States was in the midst of a post-war boom. The Lincoln wheat cents had been circulating for nearly half a century, and collectors were increasingly recognizing their numismatic value. The Denver Mint produced over 563 million wheat pennies that year, making it one of the more common mints for 1955. However, not every coin minted has stood the test of time, which is why a well-preserved piece in very fine condition, like the one we're showcasing today, holds significant value. Let's take a closer look at the design features. On the obverse, we have the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. It's the same iconic portrait that has been used on Lincoln cents since 1909. The reverse features two wheat stalks, which gave this series its wheat penny nickname. Below the wheat ears, you'll find the denomination 1 cent and the phrase United States of America. The Latin motto E pluribus unum arches gracefully over the top. The D Mint mark signifies that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint, making it a 1955 with D. Now, what sets this coin apart even more is its reddish tint. Coins with a red hue are typically graded higher because it indicates a minimal level of oxidation. Red coins have a shiny copper color that looks almost like they were minted yesterday. Grading is essential when determining the value of a coin. The 1955 with D wheat penny in very fine VF condition means that it shows minimal signs of wear, with most of the details still intact. In this grade, the lines in Lincoln's hair should still be visible, though there might be some slight flattening on the higher points. On the reverse, the wheat stalks should be well defined, and the coin's luster should have a nice sheen. As you can see, the F coin maintains a crisp outline, especially around Lincoln's ear and coat, whereas the lower grade coin loses much of this detail. This difference in condition is what makes the VF coin more valuable to collectors. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the current collector market value of the 1955 with D wheat penny in very fine condition with a red shade. As of today, this coin is valued anywhere from $250,000, depending on its exact condition and the presence of any additional features such as die varieties or errors. The red shade can push the value even higher, sometimes up to $300,000 or more, due to its visual appeal. This might seem like a lot at first, considering that this was originally just a 1 cent piece. The value increase is impressive. For collectors, the goal is to find a well-preserved piece with that rich red hue and minimal scratches or dings. Collectors are drawn to the 1955 with D wheat penny for several reasons. First, it's a classic piece of American history, representing an era when pennies still had wheat ears on them. And lastly, finding one in VF condition with a red tint isn't as easy as it sounds. Most of the existing 1955 with D pennies have lost their original color due to oxidation or wear and tear. If you're in the market for a 1955 with D wheat penny, here are a few tips. Look for the red shade. This adds significant value to the coin. Check for clean surfaces. Minimal scratches and no corrosion are key indicators of a well-preserved coin. Consult a grading service. If you're unsure about the grade, it's worth getting it certified by a professional service. The 1955 with D wheat penny is a fantastic addition to any collection, and its red shade in very fine condition makes it even more desirable. If you have one of these in your collection, it's definitely worth getting appraised. Discovered. Next, we're diving into one of the lesser-known but highly intriguing coins in U.S. numismatics, the 2008 Alaska State Quarter with the P Mint mark. Is this coin in very fine condition worth a significant amount on the collector's market today? Stick around as we uncover its hidden value and what makes it so desirable. Back in 1999, the United States Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program, issuing quarters that celebrated each state's unique history, heritage, and natural beauty. In 2008, the program concluded with the release of the last 5 state quarters, and one of them was for the state of Alaska. This coin stands out not only because of its design, but also due to certain rarities and conditions that make some versions of it valuable to collectors. Let's take a closer look at the Alaska State Quarter. The reverse design features a grizzly bear catching a salmon in its mouth. symbolizing Alaska's abundant wildlife and natural resources. The engraving also includes the North Star and the state motto, "The Great Land." This captivating design was created by artist Charles Vickers and continues to draw interest from collectors for its beauty and attention to detail. Now, when it comes to the specific version we're focusing on today, the 2008 Alaska State Quarter with the P mint mark, it's important to understand what sets it apart. The P indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions were produced, certain factors like condition, errors, and demand play a significant role in its current market value. For those unfamiliar with coin grading, a coin in very fine VEF condition means that it shows some wear but retains most of its original details. There's light to moderate wear on high points, and the overall appearance is still quite sharp. This might be the highest grade for a collector. Very fine coins can still hold significant value, especially if they possess unique characteristics or if demand is high. So, what's the big question? How much is this quarter worth today? In recent years, Alaska quarters from the Philadelphia Mint have been known to sell for varying amounts, depending on their condition and rarity. A very fine condition Alaska quarter typically ranges from $45,000 if it's a regular issue without any distinguishing features. But here's where it gets interesting. Some Alaska quarters, especially those with certain errors like double die or die cracks, can fetch a much higher price. So, if you're lucky enough to spot one of these error coins, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional or comparing it to online auction results. Look out for anomalies like doubling on the bear's paw or on the word Liberty, as these can indicate a double die error, making your coin far more valuable than a standard issue. To maximize your coin's value, it's essential to handle it carefully. Even minor scratches or additional wear can lower its grade and consequently its market value. Use gloves when handling and consider storing it in a protective holder to preserve its current condition. As we wrap up, remember that while most state quarters don't hold extraordinary value individually, they are still fascinating pieces of history and art that reflect America's rich diversity. And who knows, you might just come across a rare gem in your pocket change. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep an eye on those quarters in your change. The 2008 Alaska State Quarter with the P mint mark might make you a millionaire, but it could still be worth more than you think. Next up, we're diving deep into a remarkable piece of American numismatic history, the Montello Jefferson nickel from 1960, particularly focusing on the versions with D mint mark. We'll explore its history, significance, and most importantly, its value in today's collector market. So grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. The Jefferson nickel was first issued in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. This 5-cent coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse features a portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases his iconic home, Montello. The design remained largely unchanged until 1965, when the coin underwent some modifications. But today we're focusing on a specific year, -1960. The 1960 Montello Jefferson nickel is particularly interesting for collectors. Minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the D mark signifies that this particular coin was struck in Denver. In 1960, approximately 64 million nickels were minted at the Denver facility, which makes it less common than some other years. However, what makes this nickel truly special is its condition. When we talk about coin condition, we're referring to the state of preservation and quality of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The term fine condition typically refers to a coin that shows moderate wear but retains some detail in its design. A fine condition 1960 Jefferson nickel will have clear details on Jefferson's face, with some wear visible on the high points of the design, but it should not have major scratches or significant blemishes. These details are crucial for collectors when determining value. Now, let's get into the most exciting part, the value. The collector market for coins can be volatile and influenced by several factors, including demand, rarity, and condition. As of today, a fine condition 1960 Montello Jefferson nickel with D mint mark can fetch anywhere from $150,000 in retail settings. However, in some auction settings or among serious collectors, prices can rise significantly, especially if the coin is certified by a reputable grading service. Depending on the specifics of the coin's condition and eye appeal, if you happen to find a gem quality piece. So where can you find these coins? You can look for them at coin shows, local coin shops, or online marketplaces. Always ensure you do your due diligence by checking seller ratings and reviews before making a purchase. When selling, consider getting your coins graded to enhance their marketability. A certified coin often attracts more serious buyers and can command a higher price. For those looking to start collecting Jefferson nickels, or specifically the 1960 version, here are a few tips. Research, familiarize yourself with the history and specifics of the Jefferson nickel series. Condition matters. Always assess the condition of a coin. Invest in a good magnifying glass or microscope. Join communities. Engage with fellow collectors through forums or social media groups for insights and potential trades. Next up, we're exploring a special coin that many collectors have on their radar, the 1957 with D wheat penny, particularly one that's caught our eye for its unique black spots on the obverse side. What makes this penny so valuable in today's market? Let's find out. First, let's take a step back and talk about the wheat penny itself. Officially known as the Lincoln penny, this coin was minted from 1909 to 1958. The design features a profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse showcases 2 stalks of wheat, hence the nickname wheat penny. The 1957 with D wheat penny was produced in Denver, and the D mint mark indicates that it was struck there. This particular coin was minted during a time when the United States was transitioning into a more modern coinage system. But what makes the 1957 with D wheat penny stand out today? Let's dive into its specifics. The condition of a coin is crucial when it comes to its value. The 1957 with D wheat penny can be found in a variety of conditions, ranging from poor to uncirculated. Today, we're focusing on those in very fine condition. A very fine condition coin will have clear details with some signs of wear, but importantly, it retains much of its original beauty. Now, let's discuss the black spots. These spots can occur due to various factors, including improper storage, environmental exposure, or reactions with certain materials. While they might initially seem like a flaw, they can add character to the coin, making it unique. Now, let's get to the big question. What's this penny worth? As of today, the market value of a 1957 with D wheat penny in very fine condition typically ranges from $176,000. However, if your coin exhibits those distinctive black spots, it can enhance its allure to specific collectors. Potentially pushing its value higher can range $400,000 or more, especially if it sparks interest due to its unique appearance. Collectors often pay a premium for coins that are not only rare but also have unique characteristics. The market for these coins is robust, and many enthusiasts are eager to add something with a story behind it to their collections. So how can you tell if your 1957 with D wheat penny is a gem? Here are a few tips. Examine the mint mark, look for the D beneath Lincoln's shoulder. This tells you it was minted in Denver. Check for wear and tear. Even in very fine condition, a little wear is acceptable, but details should still be sharp. Look for unique features. Those black spots we mentioned, they can be an intriguing conversation starter among collectors. Get a professional grading. If you believe your coin is particularly unique or valuable, consider getting it graded by a professional service. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1957 with D wheat penny, there are several avenues to explore. Local coin shops are a great place to start, but don't forget about online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auction websites. Attending coin shows can also be a fun way to meet other collectors and potentially find a great deal. In conclusion, the 1957 with D wheat penny, especially one with those unique black spots, can be a fascinating addition to any collection. Its value lies not only in its mint condition but also in the story it tells. If you have one of these coins, consider how you might present it to fellow collectors. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe for more numismatic content, and leave a comment below sharing your experiences with the 1957 with D wheat penny or any other interesting coins you own. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.